man. We back in the same, like cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in, man. It's early in the morning, 7:30 in Atlanta, 4:30 in LA to be exact on this beautiful Sunday morning, man. Make sure y'all tap in with that good tap in and get some of this good news you can use. This good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with that tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with that tap in, man. I want to give y'all this message. Everybody been telling me lately, man, you going up. You got to chill. You got to relax. You got to get some rest. I will not. You will live with two types of pain in this life. The pain of sacrifice or the pain of regret. Which one you going to live with? I'm going to live with the pain of sacrifice. We finna jump into this content, but before we do, Man at the Garden, please don't touch my It Got a Body on it. Fairy Tales and Boogeyman out now. Make sure you drop them comments. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become a part of this rich trapper mafia. Make sure you become a part of this rich trapper mafia. Make sure you become a part of this rich trapper mafia. Make sure you become a part of this rich trapper mafia, man. This one came past my desk, and I'm not sure who this bro is, but I'm going to give him a like and subscribe anyway. Terrain Will. Somebody sent me this one.
From the Rolling 60.
Big U's connection to the Lil Durk indictment. So let's get into this content. Without no further ado or don'ts, let's get into it. Let's go.
The feds claim Big U's association with the gang has been ongoing since the 80s. The feds claim Big U's association with the gang has been ongoing since the 80s, where he earned the reputation of being an enforcer. But here's the thing. They claim Big U ran his enterprise separately from the Rolling 60s. For example, the indictment says Big U's enterprise purported control of Los Angeles. Individuals, including professional athletes, musicians, and others who came there for business were required to check in. So what does that mean?
So it seemed like he was operating outside the confines of the fraternity of the Rolling 60s and kind of had like his own independent thing going on.
Well, according to the feds, the check-in included payment to the Big U enterprise, as well as requesting permission from Big U himself to conduct certain activities, including acts of violence that were sanctioned by the Big U enterprise. The indictment even points to an appearance Big U made on the Nothing is Something podcast, where he stated, if you choose not to check in, you suffer the consequences.
You're going to check in. You can choose not to, and it's going to be a problem. If dudes come and you move it in a certain way, if you choose not to check in, you suffer the consequences.
Another example the indictment points to is the attempted murder of rapper Quando Rondo. You know, the alleged murder for hire.
Now, this is where Break Baby comes into the effect possibility. They're saying that Break Baby might be one of the defendants in the Lil Durk situation for allegedly maybe being the ones who have set up this situation as one two-step like Sierra. Allegedly. It's not been proven or anything like that yet. But it comes from that famous line where Break says they can't say Sly for Von no more because Lil PAB had his situation taken care of. Now, what's being alluded, what's being alleged all over the internet, not here at TNN Trap News Network, of course, because we don't know nothing until we know something. Until we know something, we don't know nothing. You feel me? And we're going to wait for the news to tell it first, and then we're going to go off of that. So even if we know something, we don't know nothing. What you talking? They talking about 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 nothing. Huh? Ain't talking about nothing. You feel me? So that's not how that go. But with that all being said, this is where, you know, Big U comes into effect that because where the chain of command goes is Quando Rondo was having it upside down, pickaboo. I can't quite figure it out moment where he didn't check in. It kind of coincided with Break Baby having a positive relationship with Lil Durk. And, you know, it all leads to what they're saying allegedly is a backdoor of Quando Rondo. Wait, hold on.
Indictment Quando Rondo. Another example the indictment points to is the attempted murder of rapper Quando Rondo. You know, the alleged murder for hire plot that has rapper Lil Durk locked up now. According to Big U's indictment, Quando Rondo didn't check in, and as a result, his cousin was killed.
The youngsters get out, and then they have to have an experience before they realize, I should have checked in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or I should have called, or I should have been moving a certain way. And so they get out, and they might be under your banner, but then they not respecting the banner. They ain't calling you. They got your number. Mm-hmm. They know who you is, but they feel like they bigger than the program. You know, and you got a lot of dudes, like when I was here last time, they claim my neighborhood just in this music shit, but they don't really fuck with us until it's a problem. Then they call them. Like Quando Rondo. I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. Mm-hmm. You didn't fuck with me before that.
First, I want to speak about this whole check-in situation that they got going on in Los Angeles. All right. When you go out, when you go somewhere, when you go to another state, when you go to another city, You want to be able to, move how you want to move. You want to be able to do your business, whether it's performing.
I'll say this too. The homie security is cool. Ninja security is cool. Real actual security is even cooler. So, never get too cool for actual security.
And or go to the radio show, and you want to be able to get back home safe. You don't want to have to call, some gang members, and let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm in your town, I'm in your city. This is a free country last time I checked. You shouldn't have to do all of that. But what I would say about these guys that require people to check in, I think they're cowards, if you ask me. They're real cowards because, anybody could get 10, 20, crash out losers to come roll with them to run up on some rappers or entertainment.
The thoughts and opinions of my man with the hoodie with the stain on it and the glasses and the uneven drawstrings. Those are his thoughts and opinions. Here at TNN Trap News Network, we just kind of kicking back, chilling, giving y'all the news y'all can use the knowledge. Can't get nobody's college. We're not calling anybody a loser because people get a little bit of sensitivity behind all that. So we're going to just kind of let him talk, and we're not going to say much. Let's keep going.
And rob them for not checking in or rob them, period. It's easy to be in your hometown and the ball is in your court, or you can outman or outgun somebody. That to me, that just shows you a coward. Are you going to other cities and other states and extorting people and requiring them to check in? And no, you wait until they come to your city and your town. You know what I mean?
That's typically how checking in goes. You wouldn't be able to do that to somebody else if you're in their city. It seems like it kind of goes the opposite way. So that's traditionally how the thought process works.
You got the advantage. To me, that's a coward. That's a straight coward move. You know what I mean? He's not the only one that's doing it. Big U's not the only one that does that. Me, I never respect that. I never respected it. I always thought that's a coward. That's the same thing when somebody comes to your neighborhood and you're a tough guy. You know what I mean? Because you with all of your friends and your team, and they outnumbered. You know what I mean? But when you see them or you see other people outside the neighborhood, you quiet. You ain't got nothing to say. That to me, that just spells cowardness. You know what I mean? This guy, Big U, he's accused of PPE fraud, the fraud in the government, embezzlement.
That's really what kind of got us all this crazy how it goes. This is actually what got the ball rolling downhill, was that PPP, the embezzlement, the money situation, and then that just led to so many more questions, comments, and concerns that opened up doors.
Into the charity that he got, robbery, sex trafficking, extortion, murder. All of this is coming from trying to be a bully, trying to take advantage of people, and now he's gonna suffer the consequences, like he just said. So he's gonna suffer the same consequences that he's talking about other people. Meaning he's talking about people robbing, but he's gonna suffer the consequences, and chances are he's never coming home. He's never getting out of jail. And he made his bed, so he's gonna lie in it. But also what I want to speak about is the attempt murder of Quando Rondo and the murder of his cousin Lil PAB. And as you see, they mentioned him in the clip. They pointed that out in the indictment. Somebody from Los Angeles allegedly gave Lil Durk and his team the heads up that Quando Rondo was in town. And they haven't named that suspect yet. They haven't named that person. I think there's a good chance that the person that gave the info that Quando Rondo was in Los Angeles is on this indictment. And I think if it's not this guy, Big U, it's somebody connected to him. And like he said, you suffer the consequences. The consequences when you don't check in. So I think it's more than just, okay, you didn't check in with me, I didn't have your back, so, somebody else was able to do something to you. I think what this guy does, if you don't check in with him, he's making sure something happened to you because he's taking it as disrespect. which is crazy, you know, that you have to check in with a 60-something-year-old man or whatever, you know, when you go to Los Angeles. This guy's 58 years old, you know what I mean? And he's still acting like a child. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, that's up to you guys. If you go to Los Angeles and you're a rapper, you're an entertainer, and you feel you need to check in with some gang members, listen, there's a lot that comes with that. But anyway, y'all getting it.
All right, man, we up out here to the next one, man. We up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And Free Avenue Angel until he's free. We are gone.